So here we are on the steps that come down from the carriage circle, and as we come down the steps you'll see that this area is gravelled. This was the area that was created for Queen Elizabeth I, so that she could walk out around the gardens. Not looking too good, but this isn't really the area that we want you to think about. This is the area that we're looking at, the sunken garden. You can see there's a very steep drop here, so we need to think about the way in which we allow people down there to make it safe, so we don't get people falling down the slope. At the moment it's accessed by this narrow path with steps down. Pretty rickety little path down here, surrounded by bamboo, as you can see, and then a few more steps. All of these steps get very slippery in the wet, and here we are at the beginning of the moat. You can just about see the water peeping through. These are the steps I've just come down, bamboo, and then here we have this area, which is the area we want you to think about in terms of what might we do with it. As you can see, it's quite big, and in the middle there is the remnant of what used to be a fountain, and if I just walk you through, you'll see, if I pan round this way, there's an area of scrub and rubbish around there. There are plants all the way along that side. They're huge. They grow to about 4 feet tall. They're some sort of faux rhubarb. As we walk through into the garden, when I get to the point that where the fountain was, that is the centre of the garden. Now, you'll remember over here where we started off, we had that terrace. You might find it hard to believe, but on this side there is also a terrace which has become so overgrown that you can't see it. It was known as the Orchard Terrace. You can still get along there, but it's very, very overgrown. However, not too bothered about that, not too bothered about the terraces. It's this area that we really want you to concentrate on. As you can see, there's a lot of growth here, and although it might look as though this is the end of the garden, in fact the end of the garden is quite a bit further down, the other side of these trees, and there you can see the wall at the end, which is where the garden ends, and there are the steps up the other side. So let me just walk you back around the other way, and you'll see there are cottages up there. You needn't worry about those, but we have this long expanse of garden with the fountain, or what used to be a fountain, in the middle. We want you to use as much imagination as you can to think about what might we do with this garden, with just this expanse of grass at the moment. How would you like it to look? How could we keep it so that it was in keeping with the castle, but really importantly, it needs to be very, very easy to maintain, because there are no gardeners at the castle. The only people who keep the gardens looking tidy are volunteers, and so we need to make sure that whatever is in this garden is really easy to maintain, but will look good for our visitors. And so there is your challenge. What would you do with this space?